It's a chant now linked forever to the 2019 U.S. women's soccer team. On the heels of their World Cup victory in France, the players are using their fame and platform to promote equal pay, not just for athletes, but for all working women.
Canallas en esta, si la hace bien puede ser, sale el arquero, revienta muy bien. Guarda que ahí se escapa el número 7, si la hace bien, sí, puede ser.
It's very frustrating for us on the team, for women everywhere, I'm sure, to be feeling like they aren't getting paid what they should be.
Ready? This message is for Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. 1, you should be here right now with your squad. 2, your team about to go down in North Carolina. Let's go! USA!
Of TST here in Cary, North Carolina, in a matchup that everyone wanted earlier today. She is in net. Kendall Fletcher defensively. So you've got Lloyd to go. They're underway here in the first half. Lewis Lloyd trying to cross in the middle, and a first initial shot. Now the header, another Lindsey Harris, 2 of them. Now the back post. Again, you got to be careful. There's a shot, and there's a goal. First goal of the game goes to Wrexham.
Wrexham,
no chance for the keeper. Nice spin move here by Lloyd. Lloyd fires and scores. Back-to-back goals here by Wrexham, and it's quickly 2-0. Went short side here against Lindsey. And here's a turnover, another shot. Jones. There is Trundle, and another kick save by Harris. Harris again! Oh my gosh! Look at that. Look at that respect.
Oh, absolutely. What Trundle
now quickly on the counter. Another shot and another goal. And yes, it's Lewis Lloyd again.
Lewis Lloyd should count himself very fortunate to have gotten that ball. Missed tackles cost the U.S. women's team and more players around him, and also look for the players running off of him. It's a big ask, but...
Well, there's Trundle able to turn and get another goal, so now it's 4-0.
Right on cue.
And now a takeaway. But Trundle able to keep it. With the left, and Trundle with his second goal. It's now 5-0, Wrexham.
Trundle really starting to settle into his sweet spot.
Another good strike by George Boyd. Turnover, and another save, and another save. 2 in a row, make it 3. Wow. Watch this. Watch Trundle come over right now.
Kill teams off, so yeah, so far so good in this game.
So far so good. Another goal as George Boyd with the left is able to get one by Lindsey Harris.
Wrexham starting to take advantage.
Trundle. Again diving, and this is off the post. Murkoff trying to move around, and that's going to be a nice pass in a kick save.
The manager that can change your life, the sporting director Mike.
Murkoff takes that shot with the left, and Murkoff is able to get one by Lindsey Harris. And Wrexham,
your feet, locking your ankles, and swinging to make that perfect contact.
I mean, it's a fast pace. You know, a lot of these guys have a lot of experience, a lot of goals as well, like that, exactly. Big.
Here's a turnover. Jarvis, there it is. Game over.
12 players, and players who've had amazing careers, players who were on the Wrexham team this past.
More than 50 years after the Equal Pay Act was passed, today a woman working full-time in the United States still only earns 80.7 cents for every dollar a man earns. The U.S. women's team filed a gender discrimination lawsuit in March. Members were hoping mediation talks with the U.S. Soccer Federation would bring their pay in line with their male counterparts.
And it's not just about us, and it's not just about this moment.
But those talks fell apart, and now team leaders are planning to take their fight to court.
We are very confident that if this needs to go to litigation, that we have a great case because it's based on a very simple principle that we think is fair and right, and it is the law.
U.S. Soccer blamed the impasse on the players' lawyers and said in a statement, "We are undaunted in our efforts to continue discussions in good faith." The women won their 4th World Cup last month, but earned less than a quarter of what the U.S. men's team would have been paid for the same feat.
Please. Yes. And then they... Motion! The guy ran at 50 yards. Get him. Oh! Oh my God! Oh my...
John, ready? Ready, come back, come back.
The U.S. women's soccer team continues to celebrate their World Cup victory, but they won't be taking home the ultra big bucks. Team USA won $2 million from FIFA, which is soccer's governing body, for winning the World Cup. By comparison, Germany's men's team took home $35 million for their World Cup triumph last year. The U.S. men's team, which finished 11th in 2014, won $9 million. Actually, this is to be split among the entire team. $2 million versus 35.
I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, that's a lot of money for me, the general person.
Each player gets about what, $200,000?
$200,000, but for professional athletes, that's peanuts. When you compare what men make, professional athletes, it's so much more.
That's a ton of money for female professional athletes. They don't make a lot of money, certainly not here in the United States. I mean, we've seen stories in the last couple of years of WNBA players not playing in the WNBA because they can make more money elsewhere.
Sure.
These sports just aren't generating enough revenue for there to be enough money to go around to pay these players higher salaries. So where's the money going to come from if we want to pay them more?
That's exactly what FIFA is saying. They're saying it comes down to revenue. So in 2010, the Men's World Cup, the players made $348 million to be split among all the players. But when you broke that down, that brought in $4 billion in revenue. So they took 9% of that revenue and they split it among the players. For the 2011 Women's World Cup, we're still waiting for this year's $10 million. So that's 13% of only $73 million. So the men's total revenue brought in $4 billion. Jason, the women's only brought in $73 million.
But they're getting a higher percentage.
They are.
Right, so
fundamentally, should the women be paid the same for winning the top prize in the World Cup from the same organization?
In a perfect world where money wasn't a factor, sure.
Yes.
Yes. So should FIFA I don't know.
I mean,
Figure something out here.
Hold on.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. The gap we're talking about, though, is no small deal.
Right.
The men's World Cup made $4 billion. The women's $73 million.
Yeah.
It's where are they going to make up that money?
Actually, we're seeing this. Now that America is kind of this big powerhouse country. If this had been a smaller country, I don't think we'd be hearing quite as much about this. But we had a lot of people watching this World Cup. The more people tuned in than watched the Stanley Cup finals.
Have record ratings.
Then watch the NBA finals.
Yeah.
So we're seeing it turn around, but maybe mostly here in America.
But this is once every 4 years.
And in a perfect world, it would be based on performance, not so much revenue.
Well,
and that's
we'd
why
all
you
like to get paid on performance instead of revenue,
Yeah,
right?
that would be great. I mean, and that's why you have
Maybe
these
not me.
female athletes, professional athletes, that are going to make most of their money from endorsements.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to have to do.
Don't feel bad for them. They're not poor. They're still making hundreds of thousands.
$200,000.
They're fine.
It's not fair.
Buy us lunch.
But I don't know how much outrage there should be on this. But I'm a guy, so what do I know? Go ahead, send the email.
Send the tweets.
Girl power.
Girl power.